You know, guys, till today, I still do not understand why South Africans are refusing to understand this simple fact about the ANC.
The ANC fellows have become so corrupt that there is no longer a difference between an ANC minister and a hardcore criminal. The criminal world and the ANC cadres have now converged. They are now the same thing.
And guys, I don't want to lie. I think it's going to take me a very long time to forgive South Africans. If ever I will forgive South Africans. The fact that South Africans voted for the ANC for the past 20 years. The fact that South Africans gave Jacob Zuma 2 terms, South Africans gave Ramaphosa 2 terms. I don't know if I will ever forgive that. And I don't know if these people that have been voting for these corrupt cadres will one day surprise us and admit and take accountability for what they have done. When you look in this country, we can no longer blame the politicians. I think when it comes to this country, the time to blame the politicians has long gone. We now have to look at the people of this country and say, guys, you are the ones that have kept these people in power. South Africans are the ones that have kept these people in power. Majority of the voters in this country who happen to be poor black people are the ones that have kept these thieving, corrupt cadres in power. It is their fault that the country is where it is today. I mean, can you just imagine, as a comrade, you are the ANC official, you are corrupt to the core. You know deep down that you are not supposed to be occupying the office that you are occupying right now. You know you are not even supposed to be calling yourself a public representative because the only thing that you represent is yourself. But somehow you have the people on the ground that keeps voting for you to occupy that office. You know that you are stealing from these people. You know that you are stealing the resources that are supposed to be helping these people directly. And you know that the people know that you are stealing the resources that are supposed to be helping them. But somehow the same people continue to vote for you. What will you do as a cadre of the ANC? What will you do? I mean, surely at some point you will see these people as nothing but the peasants. And this is how the ANC comrades view black South Africans. If there's one political party in this country that hates black people, it is the ANC. Nobody can convince me otherwise. The one political party that hates South Africans to the core, it is the ANC. And I find it quite strange that the so-called political parties on the left that are pretending to be for the people of this country, these political parties that say that we want to do what is right for black people in this country, they cannot talk about political parties coming together without mentioning the ANC. They still want the ANC to be in the mess. This is where you know that the political parties like the EFF and Umkhonto weSizwe Party, the ATMs, these political parties, they don't have South Africa's best interest at heart, because even in their fantasy, they still dream of governing this country with the ANC. The same ANC that has landed this country where it is today. You have the leaders of these political parties still fantasizing about governing this country with the ANC. Somehow these people, they expect the same ANC cadres that have destroyed this country to suddenly turn around and fix these things for the people of this country. This is how you know that these political parties on the left, they are nothing but a scam. They are a bunch of scammers, because none of them are willing to hold the ANC accountable. If you listen to these political parties, they are always talking about the DA, they're always talking about the Freedom Fund Plus, and these are two political parties that have never governed the country before. You would hardly hear the EFF say anything about the ANC. You would hardly hear Umkhonto weSizwe Party say anything about the ANC. You would hardly hear ATM saying anything about the ANC. Action SA has also joined the bandwagon of these political parties that are pretending like the DA is the one that has destroyed this country. I'm sure our kids will be fed a propaganda like the DA was in charge of this country, and this is their fault that the country is where it is today. These people have never held the ANC accountable for the mess that they have done. These people, they are still fantasizing of fixing South Africa with the same ANC that has destroyed South Africa. This is how you know that these political parties are nothing but scammers. They are here to scam the people of this country. They are here to scam the people of this country. If you listen to Action SA, you would swear that the DA, Freedom Farm Plus, and other you would swear that these are political parties that are responsible for the mess that the people of this country are facing today. You would swear. Julius Malema says that no, the EFF will not join the government of national unity as long as the DA and the Freedom Farm Plus is there. We will not join the government of national unity as long as the DA and Freedom Farm Plus is there. As if these two political parties have destroyed this country. As if they have destroyed this country. No, we are not going to hold the ANC accountable. We are not going to say anything that the ANC has done. We can still work with this political party that has totally collapsed this country. But we don't want these two political parties. So South Africans must be very careful. As we go to 2026 local government elections, the propaganda machine of the ANC is going to ramp up. It is going to ramp up, and just like with any other election, the DA is going to be demonized again. You know, in 2024, all of the political parties, they were demonizing the DA. It is easy, man. Even the new political parties, you saw Action SA, you saw Patriotic Alliance, you saw Build One South Africa, you saw the Good Party, all of these new political parties, they are going straight at the DA. The target is never the ANC. The target is never the ANC. And when you sit back and think about it, you realize that this is the reason why the ANC has been in power for such a long time. This is why, because even the opposition parties, they never focused on the ANC. The opposition parties, they only focused on the DA. This is the reason why. This is the reason why the ANC has been in charge for such a long time. Because we have never actually had an opposition party that was very much interested in dethroning the ANC. They are not interested in dethroning the ANC. Even Jacob Zuma formed that Umkhonto weSizwe Party stokvel of his, because he told South Africans that I did not form the Umkhonto weSizwe Party to destroy the ANC, but I formed the Umkhonto weSizwe Party to save the ANC. Jacob Zuma told them. And when we tell the supporters of the MK party that you guys are the ANC voters, they get angry that no, we hate the ANC. Our president hates the ANC. The same president that is still fighting to be the member of the ANC. He told the South Africans that no, it is not my plan to destroy the ANC, but my plan it is to save the ANC. It is to save the ANC. But when you listen to these people, the so-called progressives, they say, yeah, we need to come together, us, EFF, Umkhonto weSizwe Party, so that we can save this country. They are forming a coalition with a political party that has made it very clear that their intention is to save the ANC. The same ANC that has collapsed South Africa today. Hello, boy. Yeah? Hey, Mahmoud. Sharp. Abo guys, this is what we are dealing with in this country. This is what we are dealing with. And speaking about the propaganda of the ANC, now I see the premier of Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi, has done a couple of interviews. So suddenly Panyaza Lesufi is worried about this issue of illegal settlements that are mushrooming everywhere. And as the premier of Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi is vowing to do something about this issue of illegal settlements. This is just propaganda, guys. How many years have South Africans been complaining about these settlements that are mushrooming everywhere? How many times? This is like the ANC coming to South Africa and telling South Africans about the issue of illegal immigrants and how worried they are about the fact that South Africa is being invaded by the illegal immigrants, because this is what is happening in this country. Some of us are willing to say it straight. South Africa has been invaded by the illegal immigrants. The same ANC that has collapsed the borders will come and tell you that we are worried about the number of illegal immigrants in this country. No, don't say anything about the fact that we have collapsed the borders. No, don't say that. Don't say that. But we are worried that we have illegal immigrants in this country. So now Panyaza Lesufi is speaking about the issue of these illegal settlements and the fact that majority of the people that are occupying these illegal settlements are foreigners, and he's vowing to do something about it. Oh my goodness. You know, man, speaking with South Africans, sometimes it feels like speaking with, I don't know. We now have to come and warn people of this propaganda machine. It is clear. I'm sure rational South Africans, they can see this and they can be like, okay, this is pure propaganda. We are not going to fall for it. These people have failed to deal with this issue of illegal settlements. Panyaza Lesufi, as the Premier of Gauteng, he knows that there are people that are busy hijacking the buildings in the middle of the city and they are doing nothing. What is it that they have done about the buildings that have been hijacked in Johannesburg? You complain about the illegal settlements, fine. What have you done about the people that have hijacked the buildings in the middle of the city? I mean, like, I cannot imagine myself as the president of the country having to deal with the people that are hijacking the buildings in the middle of the cities. Man, I don't care who says what. I'm sending the military. I'm getting rid of these people. You can call me the dictator all you want. I would have done what is best for South Africans. We don't see the politicians that are like that in this country. The politicians that are willing to say, I don't care what you guys call me. I'm going to do what is best for the people of this country. I'm sending the military. All of those people and their tenants, they are out. We are not going to have buildings that have been hijacked by the illegal foreigners in this country. In my country, as the president of the country, this is how I would have reacted. But knowing Ramaphosa, no, he's the president of the negotiations, the president of the NGOs. We have to sit down in a round table. We have to order the cookies and the teas and the biscuits and strawberries and have a conversation about the fact that our cities have been taken over by illegal foreigners. Man, I'm tired of these people, man. I'm tired of dealing with the ANC. I honestly, I'm tired of dealing with the ANC. I'm honestly tired of dealing with the ANC, and I hope that South Africans at some point they will get at the point where they are feeling like we are also tired of dealing with this mess. We are also tired of dealing with this mess. How is it possible that these people are still in power? This is one thing that keeps me up at night, man. You know, when I think about things like this, I hardly sleep, man. I hardly sleep. Sometimes I feel like doing a live stream at 2 a.m. just to vent. Just to vent. How is it possible that we are still dealing with these people till today? Ah,
We are responsible for South Africans. We have made alternative plans. Before we remove an informal settlement, we have done our groundwork. The people that are applying to go in our schools using online.
I mean, like, you know, guys, if you were naive, listening to the likes of Panyaza Lesufi, you would think that these people are working, man. Just listen to how. Just listen to his tone, man. His voice is commanding. You can hear that this guy is a leader. I'm sure if you were somebody coming outside of this country watching this interview, man, you would be proud of this guy. You would be proud of this guy and saying that as soon as I get my citizenship, I'm voting for the ANC because listen to this guy. This guy is talking about the issues that are facing South Africans and he's vowing as the premier to deal with these matters. And listen to his tone. Listen to how commanding his voice is.
We are responsible for South Africans. We have made alternative plans. Before we remove an informal settlement, we have done our groundwork. The people that are applying to go in our schools using online registration, we know who they are. The people that receive 350 social grants, we know who they are.
And guys, I don't understand, man. You know, one thing that I don't understand about these people is that how can you, as the premier of Gauteng, advocate for BELA Bill? The same BELA Bill that says the children of illegal immigrants can be enrolled in school without providing any documentation. How can you be okay with that policy and in the same breath have a problem with illegal settlements that are mostly occupied by illegal foreigners? It doesn't make any sense because the policy that you are advocating for is calling for illegal foreigners to come into the country. Hey boy. Hey. Okay, boy. You know, guys, how is it possible that you can call for the BELA Bill? The BELA Bill is essentially getting rid of the idea of chasing out illegal foreigners. This is how these people are going to naturalize the illegal foreigners in this country because if you are the illegal foreigner in this country and your child has been enrolled in school without providing any documentation, as a parent, you cannot be deported. You cannot deport the illegal foreigners in this country today, because most of them, they will tell you that my child is attending school. My child is attending school. And this is how these people are going to replace South African voters. That, so you know, these black people that are sick and tired of the ANC, these people are going to be replaced by these people that come outside of this country. And this is how these people are rolling out their plan. So Panyaza Lesufi, he cannot tell us that he's worried about this issue of mushrooming illegal settlements that are mostly occupied by illegal foreigners, because he supports the BELA Bill, the same BELA Bill that says, come, if you are in Zimbabwe, if you are in Zambia, if you are in Nigeria, Cameroon, CAR, come, it doesn't matter, Burkina Faso, come and enroll your child in our school. You don't have to provide any documentation. We love that policy. We believe that policy is transformational. So now he says that, we have to do something about the illegal settlements. This is straight politicking, man. Straight politicking that I hate. I hate.
We are responsible for South Africans. We have made alternative plans. Before we remove an informal settlement, we've done our groundwork.
Lie.
The people that are applying to go in our schools using online registration, we know who they are. The people that receive 350 social grants, we know who they are. The people that goes to police station to ask for proof of residence, we know who they are. The people that are utilizing other services that need their physical addresses. So each and every informal settlement, and that is why we can tell it's 400. We have scanned, analyzed, and we know them. And I can tell you, majority of them is people that are not South Africans. And they have taken advantage of our comfort, our Ubuntu, and the laws of this country. And we can't allow that. So we must not act purely because we are scared. The people that will remove, we don't know where they should go. They know where they come from, and they have to arrange that they go back where they come from. Our approach is very simple. Those that are on our waiting list, who are adhering to the laws of the country, who are respecting the laws of the country, must also be protected. You can't have people that are on the waiting list and others jump the waiting list, invade land illegally, expect water, expect electricity, and those that are on the waiting list, especially in the back rooms, who are paying exorbitant fees, we can't be in a position to assist them because we are scared or intimidated by people that have just invaded land. We can't allow that. Otherwise, this province of ours will be a shanty town. And we are not saying people don't need houses. We say there are processes, and we've revamped our housing allocation method. We've moved away from RTP houses only. We are buying land. We've bought land of land. I'm going to unveil some of this land. We put water, electricity, and sewer, and people can build on their own. We are doing all these things, but there are people that are hell-bent that every open space, it must be invaded, and these syndicates feel that they can bully or dictate government not to deal with these things. We are going to do these things within the law. We are not going to do things outside the law. But those that have invaded land, they must know we are tired of their tendencies.
Man, if South Africans could allow themselves to continue to be lied to by these scumbag politicians, man, it is their fault. I don't want to lie. It is their fault. I cannot wait to see how South Africans are going to vote in 2026, but most importantly in 2029. I cannot wait to see how the people of this country are going to vote. Because right now, as we speak, there are protests all over the country. Protests, left, right, and center, man. There are protests. People are not happy about the lack of service delivery. People are not happy. They are not happy about a lot of things. So if South Africans allow themselves to continue to be lied to by these politicians, then I'm going to Orania, man. Facts. Because what is this, man? What is this? What is this? How can Panyaza sit there and act like this is something new? How can you sit there and act like this is something new? So if you know that these people are illegal, you should have shut down this whole thing a long time ago. Why are you going on national television to tell us that these people that are occupying these spaces, most of them are illegal foreigners? So if that was the case, then you would have shut down the whole thing instead of going to television and telling us something that we already know. You remember this is like Panyaza telling South Africans that, yeah, we have such and such criminals under surveillance, and soon we will be arresting these people. I remember I came to the platform and I said, guys, this sounds like Panyaza Lesufi was trying to warn those people to be like, guys, move, we are coming. How can the premier of Gauteng go on national television to tell South Africans that we are looking at such and such, and they are under our radar, and soon we will be arresting these people? We know that these people are committing crimes every day. Then South Africans were like, what is stopping you from arresting those people? What is stopping you from arresting those people? Why are you going on television to tell us that you know that these people are committing crimes? Why are you not arresting these people if you know that they are committing crimes? So now we are being told that we know that these people that are occupying these spaces are illegal foreigners. So instead of us shutting down this whole thing that they are doing, we will go to national television and tell South Africans that we know that these people are illegal foreigners. I mean, like, what kind of logic is this, man? What kind of logic is this? Yes. What are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts? I know that I was just venting, guys. What are your thoughts? Please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button and the most important part. Subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.